good morning, good evening, good night, depending on where on the world you are right now. This is Scott Center, and I'm not being joined by the beautiful and lovely Ed Allison Wright, who is stuck somewhere over Europe in an airplane. So I'm going to have to hold it on my own, and there'll be a lot of pressure on Daniella today, who is a very, very special guest. And this is Centerpiece. And as I mentioned, our very special guest today is Daniella Abreu. She has I would say she's had a remarkable career, but she's in the middle of an absolutely remarkable career. She's a PhD in civil engineering and environmental sustainability from the University of Birmingham. And that's the real Birmingham. That's Birmingham, England, not Alabama, the true Birmingham. And she lived in Europe for a number of years. She was a high executive in Skanska, the fourth largest construction company on this planet. And now she's in Brazil, where she has a remarkable position with multiple World Trade Centers. And I'm going to have to read this because I don't know how she can run so many World Trade Centers. I can't even remember that many, but she is the partner in World Trade Center Curitiba, Joinville, Porto Alegre, Brasília, Sinop, and Balneário Camboriú. And the first thing I want you to do is, Daniella, could you correct my pronunciation on those World Trade Centers?
Of course. Hi, good morning, Scott. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. I am from Brazil, so I'm back to Brazil after 12 years in Europe. And the mission now is to build all these World Trade Centers as we expand the brand in Brazil. So I'm currently president for WTC Curitiba, Joinville, Porto Alegre, Brasília, Sinop, and Balneário Camboriú. So we have the licenses on the states in the south of Brazil, it's the region. And then we also have the license in Brasília, which is the capital, and in Sinop, which is more in the center of the country, more closer to the hard businesses of agriculture, which is one of the powers of export in Brazil. So we are here working on developing the brand and the projects and the business clubs.
That's fantastic. And by your answer, I could see that I mispronounced every single one of them. This is very embarrassing, and I apologize. I'd like to talk a little bit about, I've read a little bit about your project in Brasília, and it's very exciting, and it's cutting edge, and it's leading the Brazilian renaissance of World Trade Centers. Could you go into more detail about what y'all are doing in Brasília?
It's a large project into a larger project. So the Biotic project is 1 million square meters, huge new neighborhood, very technological. And the World Trade Center Brasília, it's a block, a whole square in the middle of the project where we'll have 192,000 square meters of offices, hotel, residential, shopping mall, and conventions. So it's a project for 10 years. The architect is a very renowned architect from France who has been now in Brazil for many years. The office is architect's office, and his name is Greg Bouquet. And the project is really is a landmark, is to really give the tourists and the business people a destination in Brasília to come and do trade with us on the World Trade Center. So we are finishing the development of the project, and we should be going to construction site at the end of the year.
That is a remarkable project, one of the most exciting World Trade Center projects that I have seen come along. So very excited for you. You're going to understand you will be with us at the Global Business Forum in a few weeks in Marseille, France. And how many, you bring in a large delegation from all your World Trade Centers, and what are you looking forward to when mingling, other than delicious croissants? What are you looking forward to at the Global Business Forum? What do you hope to get out of that?
We are coming, even if it's in Europe. We are very excited to be there again with the colleagues. We are bringing a delegation of our board. So the executives who have the higher roles in our World Trade Centers have been invited. We are defining who are the representatives, but mostly we're bringing our advisory board, which is made of really important business people in Brazil. We have presidents of large companies, and they help us in looking for investors, clients, networking. So we understand an association and a business like that need great people. We have several levels and layers of people. We have the board, we have the vice presidents, and then we have the members, and within the members we have different categories. So we are bringing some of our board. So it's exciting for us to join you very soon.
Well, we're looking forward to it, and you're going to have a lot to brag about. You're truly leading the renaissance of World Trade Center in Brazil. And my final question for you is, if you were to wake up tomorrow with a superpower, anything in the world you could do, what would your superpower be?
That's a really tough question.
That's why I saved it for the end.
Oh, superpower. Oh my God. I would, it would have to be with helping people, because again, when you live in Europe and come to Brazil, you want your developing country to become developed really fast. So would have to do with speeding time, making years in a year, like to make 10 years in 1 year would be amazing, because I would be able to see everything we are working on for the next 10 years sooner. So I would speed up life. I know it's very bad to say that people want to enjoy every minute, but I'm really excited about the next 10 years. So my superpower would be like that movie, you have the remote control and you just fast forward to when, to when we are all together, not just the WTC or Brazil, when the world is in a better, safer, and maybe more peaceful position, because that's what we hope for all of us, a better place to live. I would fast forward 10 years of really hard work from all of us to get into a better place. I think that would be my superpower.
Amen to that, Daniela. So basically, you would be the from the Marvel comics, you'd be the Flash. So
yes,
right, yeah, that's perfect. Well, thank you so much. Very looking forward to seeing you in France and seeing everybody in France next month. And Ed, I'm sorry we missed you, but we'll see you in France if you ever get out of the air. And good night, good evening, good morning, depending where in the world you are. And happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, and thank you for having us. We have very big St. Patrick's Day in my hometown here, so we'll be there.
Also, Savannah, where I am, has the second largest St. Patrick's Day celebration in the world, even though we're a small city. So the only one I think is bigger is New York City. We're bigger than Dublin, Ireland, and we're bigger than Chicago. And this afternoon, which is why I have on my green tie, I'll be one of the hosts. World Trade Center is hosting delegations from Wexford, Ireland, and Limerick, Ireland. So we're getting ready to get started. So thank you very much.
There you see, we all have a lot more in common than we think. Thank you very much.
That's so true. Thank you.
Bye-bye.